All right, looks like we are live. It is 6 p.m. Eastern Time on my locale, and it is Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. So let's see what's going on. Let's see where we can get started. We'll do it like we did our own stuff. Health update. My leg is at a steady state. Okay, I'm really starting to lean toward this is some type of infection, and it is not some type of anything else. I think it's it. I do not want to go talk to somebody, and I don't have health insurance, and I can't go to the hospital because nobody can take care of Bodie. We are out here on our own, so we have to keep exploring how to manage this. It hurts. It makes it hard to sleep sometimes. I can walk, I can talk, I can eat, I can do all that. Okay, let's see what else. Um, the last couple of days at our volunteer position was okay. Again, it's not very stressful. You know, it's there's a computer in front of me, and I'm hanging out a door and going, "Hi, welcome to," and then I just push buttons, take cash, and if I can't count a till after everything I've been through from my mother's shop to being the retail manager, I got real problems. Right, so that's not a big deal. It's not very intellectually stressful. So I'm going through all the books on the shelves that I can find. Operations manuals or history books or botany books or anything else just to keep my brain on. A lot of drama going on in that ranger station, I can tell you that. There are two male rangers, maybe three, and they're pretty solid. The ladies are much more, they're ladies, and that's the way it is. We did have a very unfortunate situation here that a large dog hurt a small dog here at the park, and that small dog went to the vet and unfortunately did not make it. And that became a whole thing, from FWC being called to the Park Service to some of our rangers just having to go outside and walk around. And one of our rangers had to go out and walk around. One of our volunteers had to come in and had to like sage smoke all over the place. And I'm like, there is nothing sadder than an old leftist or an old hippie. And the reason is because you would assume that living that long, you would have been able to take so much knowledge and convert it to wisdom. But no, you didn't. Not harmful, not helpful, except to the self, which is, I did something good today. Hi, Linda. So it was just kind of, weather is good here. It's about 82, 83 degrees. I'm watching the sea grapes. Some of the leaves are turning red. Red leaves usually mean that the plant is getting ready to push out grapes. So that can be fun. I'm probably going to be here for a little bit for that, but I don't know. Today I was supposed to go to town, which is about 20 minutes away, they say. I did not sleep well last night. I was very, very sore. So I decided today was going to be do other things. And then tomorrow, half pack up. And then tomorrow, Bodie and I will go to town. So let's see what else is new. Insurance stuff. I signed up to take my final exam, and of course can't find the final exam on the computer. So I have to reach out to talk to somebody and say, hey, I can't register for an exam that isn't on the system. Or maybe they gave me the wrong numbers, and I'm just trying to find the wrong exam. It doesn't matter. But we'll take care of that. Let's see. I have at least 2 people that I know are in hospitals right now. That's not very good. Hey, Mark H, how you doing? Um, I don't. They're in hospitals or they're somewhere. That's not very good. I don't like to hear that. Remember, I'm in a second world country with second world everything, and you know, understanding that they may be in a hospital or a healthcare area or anything else in a second world country because I've already experienced it does not sit well with me. It just doesn't sit well with me. All right, so what else do we have to talk about? Again, time's running differently here. When I was in Flamingo, it was real slow. Now it's a little bit faster. So tomorrow, but when I go out to town, I'm going to head out to the river, the Loxahatchee River, which is about 4 miles to my left. All right. And I know they have canoes and kayaks. I haven't seen it yet. And there's a concessionaire there, and I'm making friends with that guy. Um, Different concessionaire than I worked for. You never know where it can lead. So we'll see. Uh, Bodie did not eat today. I don't understand why, but he had all the food he liked. He ate yesterday, and today he's just on the slow train. Right now he's napping over there. We did go for a little stroll today. It's nice. It wasn't bad. It's a little different because everything is paved here. I'm going into, I can't read it because of the referral link. Bear with me. Total knee replacement is kind of what I say. Yeah, those stink. Okay, they really do. Please make sure you get the titanium and not the steel screws. Do what my mentor did. Set yourself up for success. And, it's going to hurt, and we all know it. Um, our best to you. Just like I say, go, don't let them touch you until you get titanium. That's the most important thing you can do. Okay. Okay. What else? I put my Periscope up today. Right. And I was very surprised at what I saw. I saw brown people in the third world throwing rocks at other brown people in another third world. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. I'm like, this should not be a concern, man. But that was all over the place at 5 o'clock this morning when I woke up. It was right in front of me. I was more concerned about, learning the history of stuff here. The guy that I told you was here from Trenton, New Jersey. I'm like, well, you know what? Lots of, really, really, you've been quiet all day now. Are you done? Have you finished? Come over here. People want to see you, noisy. Get over here. So, just a lot of stuff going on. And, every time I pick my head up, I'm just having it hard to do a lot of concentration on that stuff. Let's see. This is his 21st year. Anything in. Um, he probably won't see anything maybe he hasn't seen before. Good. Mark, then my only answer is this. Tell him not to get stupid and lazy because he's done 700 of them. Make this like the first one he ever did. You know? Oh, I've done it 1,000 times before. As an old EHS guy, the 1,001st time is when they take your fingers off. Don't let him slack. And if you think he's going to slack, get somebody else. Again, you're dealing with medicine in 2025. You might die, but you're going to pay anyway. Please take care of yourself more than anything else. That's the most important thing. Okay. What else is happening? Nothing. It's just getting ready to go tomorrow, which is not going to take hard. I'm already half packed. I have never been to a Publix before, but I would have to go in the opposite direction for twice as long to get to an Aldi. So tomorrow we're going to go to the big shopping center and we're going to discover. We're going to learn what Publix is all about. We're going to get milk, which is important. We're going to see if there's a pet grooming place and I can get the boy's nails done because he has claws again. And I'm just going to take my time and just peruse around and see what's available at that spot. I know there's another shopping center on the other side. There's two sides of the street. So I'll just go to one side of Route 1 and then we'll drive to the other side of Route 1 and we're going to see what's there. I have a funny feeling, like I said, I didn't post the video where I was driving up here because I was driving up Route 1 and it was the same thing. It was the same thing every time. It was haircut, smoke shop, Spanish market, car wash, haircut, smoke shop, Spanish market. It was really just the same thing over and over and over again. And of course, because of what my mother did for a living, right? I'm like, how many haircut places do you need? Oh, we had to buy more clippers. $700 for clippers, huh? Yeah, well, they go bad real quick. Let's talk money laundering. And then we'll get right down to it, right? There's nothing good that can come of that. And so we keep away from that. Okay. Wind's blowing. I'm looking at the cabbage palm next to me. Tomorrow, when I leave, when I come back, I'm going to actually re-level the Carrie Ellen. It is a little cockeyed, like I said last week, but there's no reason to move it. It's not harmful. But when I back in next time, I'm going to back in a little bit closer. Publix has high quality, but a little pricey on some items. The only place I can get my favorite cookies, no raisins. Never been to a Publix. I did hear it's a little pricey. Um, the nearest, I hate to say it, the nearest Walmart is 40 minutes away in the opposite direction, a town called Stewart, right? Vrootman's cookies are delicious. I like the little ones with the shaped like the windmills, but I haven't had them in 25 years, 30 years. I don't know. Long time. Um, I just don't eat a lot of sweets, which is fine. And I'm a cookie hound. If you leave cookies out, forget it. When I was young, it would be nibble, 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 nibble. I would just eat, walk, grab two, go away, come back 20 minutes later. I need two more, come back, get my coffee, come back. And now I look at cookies and I'm like, what did they put in them? Are there cricket parts in this thing? I don't know. No. So I have a real hard problem with that. And shopping takes me 3 times as long as it would because I got to read every single label. Every single label. And it's made from GMO modified back on the shelf. We got to move on. Maybe no, I see a couple keywords. No, I just have to just get rid of that. So let's see. A new knee can change your life. The pain is different. You know it will be better. Your usual pain only gets worse. I have learned after 2 marriages, a daughter that hurt us, and Kerry, who's still a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, apparently. If you're not waking up and hurting, you're not alive. Pain is going to be your constant companion. It's just going to walk around with you. And there's no way to get rid of it. You can dull it a little bit, but you can't get rid of it. At some point in time, at my age and terminally ill, you either make friends with it. It's there's an old Buddhist thing which says if you are walking down the road and you encounter the devil, invite him to tea. There's no way to get rid of it, so you might as well make friends with it. So you have to. And Mark, I'm not keen to go under the night, but I have to change the trajectory to fly to advance. Absolutely. You know what? You don't want to lose a leg, and at the same time, you don't want to, trying to be hobbling around all day. You're going to have to, just bite the bullet. Remember when I went to the hospital? It was no fun. They pretty much threw me in the room, and I didn't want to be there. It was okay. It did help a little bit. And all the bills and all the stuff that they found wrong that shouldn't have been there is bad. So remember, this is one of those things, the more you dig, the more you find. So make sure you use some good positive discernment when they're coming up to you and they're, you know, wanting this, that, and the other thing. Just use your brains because those people aren't there to take care of you. They're there to get paid. And whatever somebody else is telling them, they have culpable deniability. So if they were like, "Man, throw a couple of scalpels into the back of his head," they would just do it. And then when the answer would be, well, Dr. Smith said to put the scalpels in the back of his head. We're in a second world society with second world medicine, with third world people. Just watch your back, Jack. That's all I can say. So let's see what else we got. We got Bodie, who is sitting over there. We've got dinner, which is leftovers, So that's fine. We have some leftover chicken. We have some leftover beef and rice. So we have some stuff to pick through. We're going to be okay. And then again, tomorrow is town. And then Friday from 11 to 7, I'm at the ranger station. Oh boy. Um, Still working on getting some gainful employment at this point in time because my time is limited. I really don't care what I do. You can go make me the enemy again. You can make me the compliance officer. You can do all. I don't care anymore. Just pay me until I die. And then that's fine. Please, somebody take care of Bodie. My will's already taken care of. My last wishes are done. So it doesn't really matter what I do anymore. I used to be a good guy, but, the world beat it out of me. So there you go. Now I'm a hermit. So let's see. I don't think we have much. I mean, unless somebody has a question, which is nice. I'm happy to help. We'll do the whole questions, comments. There are no public service announcements today, until at the end, right? I'm waiting. Come on, guys. I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to dance. Like I said, all I've got is, hose Bodie. Bodie is about between 2 and 3, our best estimate. Again, they found him as a stray, and they guess he was 2 or 3 months old. And the lady that adopted him had him for about 6 months. And she said he bit her. And I can understand because he likes to play with his teeth. And if you scare him, he's lie down, sit, hold, right? And I got uppies and downies. Uppies is get up on the seat, downies is get down on the seat. Mark, we have 3 rescue Chiweenies. Welcome to Queso. Queso was a Chiweenie, and he was a rescue. He was the best. And I see Nancy Drew's here. So hi, Nancy. But yeah, and Queso's birthday was just a couple days ago. So I miss that boy terribly. I really, really do. But I know deep inside, he is up there somewhere. He's got a purple sequin jacket and a top hat and a martini glass, and he's got a cane, and he's hitting the girls in the tushy, and he's just making stuff happen. He's the boss, and he's great, and I miss him terribly. Bodie's not that. Would you like to come and say hello to everybody? Or do you want to just sit there and be a woo? Come here. I don't know if he's coming over. He was here for like an hour. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, wait a second. We got to stretch. Come here. Nope. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, the baby. Oh, you're in the wrong direction, but I'll work it out. We'll work it out. Look at his face. Look at that face. He's looking out the window because he saw another dog, so now he's on alert. See how his ears are back? He's like on alert. Right? Boy. Boy. Say hi. There. I'll put you down. Queso would sing. I can't see it because that share your referral link, so we'll wait for that. We have 3 rescues, a Weimaraner and 2 Cheweenies. When I lived in Audubon, New Jersey, there was a young lady with a Weimaraner. First one I ever encountered, very high energy dog. Very high energy. Not bad, very pretty, just a high energy. That dog needed to be busy. Queso would sing and dance for us and also snorts. All day he would do snorts. The Cheweenies I like, and I've met a couple of different types, so they're kind of fun. Never heard of it until Queso showed up in my lap. And Bodie is half, they say he's half Chihuahua, half, I think it's Pinscher of some sort. And I can see the Pinscher because of his stature, the chest and everything. But I can't find the Chihuahua in him. So I really think there's something else going on inside of that. Chupacabra is what I think. Is he Chupacabra? Yes, you are. Things Chupacabra. All right. So, what else we got, bud? Nothing. All right. Anybody else? Any other questions? I don't want to use everybody's time badly. I'm just glad you're here, and I'm glad that we can all connect. Questions? Let's go. And yes, he would do snorts. I'm not getting nothing. All right. So let's wrap it up. Make it easy and sweet, right? Still can't find online the class or the test I have to take for insurance. Reached out to the guy. We're going to find out. I have to go to work on Friday at 11 o'clock. I've been doing 11 to 7, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Going to town tomorrow. I will post something if anything exciting comes from a Publix beyond a bill. All right. Let's see. Bodie's fine. My leg hurts. And I miss Carrie. All day. Every day. And Mother's Day's coming up, and I miss Carrie twice. But this time I didn't send flowers. I can't push another $80 out the door to hear nothing, right? Hopefully she'll get better. All right, so from Jonathan Dickinson State Park, Hope Sound, Florida, with Bodie and I. Remember, if you don't take care of you, nobody else will. Thank you, Mom. Are they like-minded? Do they share your values? Do they have something to offer? And can they use discernment when new information comes in? Or no? Have to go. Way too late. Time to let it go, right? Can't help them anymore. They didn't want to listen the first time. They ain't going to listen the last time. So just let them out. All right. So, okay, at 6:25 p.m., it was a great thing. Do you miss Kerry or hang on? Do I miss Kerry? Yes, I miss Kerry every day. Every damn day. It's almost 3 years, maybe over 3 years. And yeah, I miss her every day. It is, her name comes out of my mouth 10 times a day. Okay. I just want her to get better and I want to go home. Right now, I'm pretty sure that she's wrapped up because her kid has got to be a senior in high school. So she's probably running up and down the states, plural, uh, trying to push her kid to a softball scholarship. So she's probably going to James Madison University, University of Iowa, all the big girls softball schools you can imagine. And I'm sure that that's a stressor too. My stressor with that is who's taking care of my dogs? Who's taking care of Lucy and Taylor? Why aren't they here with me? It just drives me nuts. But that's okay. I still can't see your message, but I'm trying. So I just say, do you miss Kerry or, and I don't see anything else beyond that. All I can say is that if you've ever been with me for any point in time, yes, I miss her. Yes, I love her. And I don't love her at the same time because I got sick for her. Now I'm terminally ill because of her. It's really a strange thing. And, at some point in time, do you miss Kerry or the Kerry as you want her to be? I want my Kerry. Now I can see your message. I want my Kerry. She's 60 years old, and I want the woman that I met because I didn't want her to change any little bit. She's fantastic. She's gotten a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. This is what happens when people put politics in their post toasties and they can't see beyond that when life is so much richer and more wonderful than whether you wonder if two people are sitting in a room talking while you're paying and don't get anything for it. I'd rather go do soil compaction studies or look at leaves under a microscope and it up because it's getting towards 6:30. At some point in time, I think by June 1st, I'm going to up the bounty, which is if anybody can get in touch with Kerry and you can get me to be on the phone with her and you, I might maybe move it from 200 to 250. You may need some help with your ears at the end of that. I just know that that most beautiful, wonderful woman I love the most in the entire world is in there somewhere. And somebody knocked her off course. When I find that somebody, they're going to get knocked. It's going to happen. So I don't care how terminally ill or weak I am. I'll use the last of my strength. I'm good. But we're not going to do this on a bad note. We're going to do this on a positive note. You guys are going to go have a great night, and I'm not going to use up any more of your time. I am going to. Okay. And we'll figure out food in just a little bit. Thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in. Please come back next week. Like I said, I'm just placeholding. Once Jack has his regular schedule back, then I'm just going to let this go. Until then, I'm going to hold on it. I'm going to warm his seat. So thank you all. Be cool. And I will see you later. Bye.